just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curve like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah.
Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
That's it, baby. We gonna work. Hey, 315. Watch that.
Now Wilson on first down. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Mike 45. Check. Reload.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Who's the team? 14. Four down. Watch the screen. Hey, 0.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
Alert.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Complete. Smith has it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They're running it. Check.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Olivier Vernon brings him down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a third and long.
58, right over there, Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. It's a party now. It's a party now. And 58 is the mic. Well, 58's the mic. And we got to get to the ball.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. This one from 48 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Mike 51. Hey, keep it up. Pick the edge. Go. Wide. Hey. Deuce. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Watch the shift. Check the backer.
2nd and 13. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw here. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. No. Shoot.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On the draw, this will be Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll set up to throw. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 15, check 15. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Kill, kill, kill. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll drop to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Watch 55. Watch the run. Mike 55. Mike 55. Come on. Kill, kill, kill. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Showing up. Squeeze. Check safety, check safety.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number 1, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. They had a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
It's 3rd and 7.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Watch the run. Go. Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog. Kill. Kill. Kill.
They'll look to throw. Gets it off to Freeman. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready. 6 yards. Got you. I got you, son. That's it. Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's complete to Cooks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You got nothing. Watch 36. 34.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll look to throw. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out. Out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Lions.
Check. 380. Check. 45 to Mike. They gonna need some. Front left. Bang out. Bam. 45. Mike, 45. Get ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
One left.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Wilson will throw again. Buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch 36. Back. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Ready, go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Mike Evans. Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
36 to Mike. Here we go. D all day. Defense all day. All day. Check 52. Check.
Now back to throw. Past the 20. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Austin Safarian Jenkins in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
17. Vikings 7.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. It's a beautiful fake. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Switch.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's got Evans. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60% at its 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Second and long. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Check 26, check 26. Watch the safety.
Out of the gun now on third down. And this is caught by Evans. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Sponge. No. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 31. Check 31. Slam. Put it 2. Check. Bomber. Put it 2. Check. Bomber.
Back to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hey, we heavy on the edges.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another first and 10.
45.
Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Watch the run. Switch. Shift. He's checking.
And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll look to throw here. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
Single, slide. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. 66, go to half, 55. You ain't going nowhere. Ball trot. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, we got to get... Jim. Check 37. Say, run it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He completes it to Evans. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Hatchet. 25, check 25. Hey, switch room.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On first down, it's Gurley. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
45.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Herb Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, They put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40. 5.
That's good for the Vikings. First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Go to base. 36. Here it comes. Here it comes. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. 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 Go. Go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Yeah. 18 Gator. 18 Gator. Blue to a purple. Screen. Off. White 36.
2nd and 6. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down.